Everybody, and welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison, and what a day it's been so far. Bitcoin going up to 10,000, nearly hitting that $10,400 level. Ethereum has gone past that $250 level I was talking about. I'm going to look at the chart for that as well. We've got a couple of news stories, but the main story has to be Bitcoin going up. But we'll look at that and look at a few charts as well. I just want to thank everybody in the groups that I have. I've got a brilliant premium group and I've got a brilliant free group as well. I want to thank everybody that's joined that. The premium group you can join. There's a link down below to join the premium group. And here is some of the kind of results we've got so far in February alone. So this is for February. Just now we have an average gain per call of 14.54%, which is, if you're into trading at all, you know 14% is a really good kind of mark. But we've got obviously outliers on both sides of the spectrum. We've got 26% gain in Kava. We've got, yesterday I made a few calls, AMB went up 18%. Eternity went up 10% so far. Wabi has gone up 16%. WT has already gone up 16%. These calls are still in play just now. There's a couple in the red here that the drawdown has not been good on them. Chile's was one of them. Tomo Chain was the other one. They're starting to come back up again. So these are the calls made so far in the premium group. So I want to thank everybody that's in the premium group. I want to thank everybody for your support. Really appreciate it. And if you want to join the premium group, there's a link down below here as well. Okay, let's crack on and go into the markets just now. What's happening in the markets just now? Okay, we have an overall market capitalization of 298 billion, 299 billion. It was at 300 billion, which is a significant figure, and we're going to look at the charts for that in a second. Bitcoin down to 10,267, just taking a little bit of a breather before it goes up to, hopefully we'll look at the 11,200 range. Who's the winners and losers? Here we have Hedera Hashgraph, 110% has gone up with that Google News as well. Terra has gone up 29%, Blockstack has gone up 26%, Tezos, Bitcoin, Nervos, VeChain is up as well. There's a lot in double-digit greens this morning because of that big Bitcoin price going up. There is, you can see how many, 1, 2, 3. 3 in the red. Kick token down 27%, Synthetics Network and OKB down 1.65, so negligible as well. In Satoshi value, it's going to be a little bit different. So we'll see in Satoshi value, we've got about 70% in the green. So people are buying alts, which is a good thing as well. So this is the start of altcoin season as well. We've spoke about altcoin season before, and a lot of people say it's never going to happen, but that is slowly been trickling in and it's been a slow process for the altcoin season, and we've been in it for around about 4 weeks. This is just kind of starting to ramp up just now, and we'll look at the Bitcoin dominance chart as well and look at the altcoin market chart as well. Okay, so this is the altcoin market chart. So we're sitting at 37% at the moment. Now this is just for the altcoins. You can see it's gone up and up and up and up. But the last time we were at these levels was way back in July 2019 when we had a big kind of bull run as well. And we're not even up to the 44% mark. So it looks like we're breaking out on the altcoin dominance chart, and looks as if we're going to go much higher than this as well, which means that altcoin season is here. If we look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, we can see Bitcoin going down to 63.50 now. So this is a significant level from 2018. You can see this is the support level for the Bitcoin dominance, has fell below that, which means there's still room for alts to grow, which is a really good thing. So keep an eye on this chart as well, and keep an eye on the Bitcoin dominance. And that's when you know people are starting to sell their alts to go back into Bitcoin. So keep an eye on that. It is worth looking at that as well. Okay, let's look at Ethereum chart just now before we go into Bitcoin. So I mentioned the other day, Ethereum is in this huge symmetrical triangle, which it has been since 2018. And this is what we can expect if it does break out. Not overnight, but we can expect it to go back up to these levels if it breaks out here. And it's been in this kind of, for 2 years, it's been in this pattern, the symmetrical triangle. Broken out just now. We zoom in. here. This is using the Poloniex chart. If we zoom in here, we can see it's broken out. Oh, you can see it's broken out here, but it has to stay above this level. Currently, this line is the resistance line. So 250 was I said the other day. A lot of people said it was 220, and I was saying it's not 220, it's 250. This is the level that Ethereum needs to be breaking out of, and it's broken out of there just now, but it's currently using that as resistance just now. So the daily needs to close above this, and we need to get a couple of good days under the belts for to stay above this line. So obviously the lower that goes down, the kind of lower the price is going to be there. It needs to stay above. But it's looking good. It's looking brilliant for Ethereum. When I first done the 10-minute spotlight for Ethereum, I think it was $182. You can see the 10-minute spotlight I did on the other previous videos. So it's gone up $70 since. And there's still more to come for Ethereum. Ethereum is going to be absolutely huge. It's going to surpass this all-time high. I'm not saying soon, and I'm not saying this year, but I reckon we're going to have over $1,000 by the end of this year for Ethereum. And then when it really kicks in, we're going to go past this kind of $5,000 level. But everybody's kind of euphoric just now. I'm euphoric just now looking at it. We have to kind of temper ourselves a wee bit and just take a step back and just look at it and just remember and take profits this time round as well. We're just starting with alt season just now. And obviously what's happening with Bitcoin is really exciting as well. So just be careful though. Just be careful and take profits when you can as well. Take some profits off the table. Okay, let's look at Bitcoin chart. See what's happening there. So 10,267. So it did go up to, what was the highest price? 10,495. Nearly that 10,500. Okay, so the next break for me, the next level for me is 11,200. And the reason I'm saying that is I'm just going to put in this vertical line for you. This is from today. So this vertical purple line, the intersection here is 11,200. That's the top of this ascending channel. So it's the top of this ascending channel. Once it hits that, then we're either coming down or we're going to break out from there. So we'll have to look at it once it's 11,200. Obviously, you've got technical support there, or technical resistances to break through as well. But for me, 11,200 is the next level that Bitcoin is going to go up to. And I see that happening. I'm not saying it's going to happen today, but I see that happening quite soon. I would imagine by the end of this week, I see it's going up to 11,200. Where else could we come down to? We could come down to 9,600 and stay in this channel. So we can still stay within the structure and still come down to 9,600, which wouldn't be that massive. But I would imagine the news would report it as Bitcoin has fallen, that's the end of Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. But as long as it stays in this 9,600 to 11,200 range, we're good for just now. So still looking extremely bullish for Bitcoin at the moment as well. And looking extremely bullish for the alts. We're going to go to some of the alts as well. We'll just look at Binance at the moment. You can see that Hedera hash graph has gone up, is still up 103%. And it went up much higher than that. We're at 404 Satoshi just now. It was at 477 Satoshi. And still gone up. And this is the reason why Hedera hash graph has gone up so much as well. It started to rise before then, but this news came out. Google joins Hedera Hashgraph's governing council. So Hedera Hashgraph chose Google Cloud Platform as its preferred cloud provider for deploying its public networks. A February 11 post on Google Blogs commends Hedera for the choice, while revealing that it's taken an active stake in the project's governance. So it's not just a case of Hedera Hashgraph has actually chosen Google Cloud, because you got a lot of these projects. A few months ago or last year, they were saying, "Oh, we partnered with Google," when in actual fact they've only just opened up a Gmail account or something like stupid like that. But Hedera Hashgraph or Google has actually taken a stake in the project's governance as well, which is really big for Hedera Hashgraph, and probably they're going to grow much more than this as well. I never ever liked, not that I didn't like it, I just didn't like, didn't understand what might be a better phrase to use, Hedera Hashgraph and the tokenomics of it, because of the low circulating supply percentage. Yeah, 50 billion total supply, circulating supply is 3 billion. Now, I'm sure there's the tokenomics, I've never looked too deeply into it, but when I seen that, I didn't like it straight away. So woes me, I should have done that. So it's only about 6% in circulation at the moment. But that's not stopping it moving, and it's really going up big time just now. So that's Hedera. STX is going up as well. We can see that's up 24%. Blockstack is moving up all the time, and that has been as high as 2,310. That's now 1931 Satoshi. Tezos is moving up as well. That's had a brilliant month. BQX is moving. VET is moving as well, 76 Satoshi. Hopefully we can get up to that 100 level. So that's moving up as we speak just now as well. Tomo is moving up, 5,630. I do expect that to move up more. I was just off by a couple of days with the timing for that in the premium group. And what is happening on KuCoin? We have, I'm looking at Koti just now, that's gone up again to, well, it's kind of stayed the percentage where it is just now, but 155 Satoshi. It's trying to break out of that level. Now I said if it breaks out at 156 level, we're going on up to 200 because this is an accumulation zone for Koti just now, and it's trying to break out. That's not quite doing it. It's hitting that 156 and just staying there. But once we break out of 156 Satoshi for Koti, then I reckon we're going to go up much higher for them as well. So it's looking good. Bax, I see, is still going up as well. Bax released their app today, and they're still going up 3.67 Satoshi. They are just now, so they're still moving up. I did expect it to go down once the app was released, so I don't know what's going to happen when the app is released. It depends on what news comes out when the release of the app comes out as well. So it depends on the news that comes with that. If there's no news, I expect it to go down, but fingers crossed for everybody that's still in BAB just now. I hope it does really well for them. What else is going up, or what else is we're looking at? DAG, we've looked at Constellation. Hopefully I'm going to be getting an interview with Ben Jorgensen as well. We're trying to organise that as we speak. So we've got Tezos, XAM VET is up as well. We'll go to Luna is starting to move back up on 4.26 Bitcoin volume, so not that high. OGO 26%. VRA, looking at VRA as a possible small cap. They've been going up in a big time, 4.35 and up to 8. So they've gone up 100% already. CHR looking good. So there's a few looking good on KuCoin as well. Okay, a couple news stories. XRP, but this is a big news story for XRP. They're still building the foundation. Still think this is going to fly very soon. This year, I think it's going to fly. And they're coming out with news all the time. This is just a kind of a normal day for XRP and Ripple. Ripple scores new remittance partner, the largest state-owned bank in Egypt, joining RippleNet. So the National Bank of Egypt is now Ripple's newest client. The bank plans to use the company's cross-border payments technology to boost the flow of remittances in the country, according to a press release. The agreement makes the National Bank of Egypt, which is the country's largest state-owned bank, the first in the country to join RippleNet and use blockchain technology. So at the signing ceremony, Hisham Okasha, chairman of the NBE, said the partnership supports the bank's long-term goal of building a thriving remittance business in the Gulf region. So excellent news for Ripple and possibly spin-off for XRP as well, obviously, as well for the price. And we'll look at XRP just now. XRP 2,797. This is in Satoshi value. Obviously, you'll be looking at the dollar value. That's gone up because of the Bitcoin dollar value. But we'll look at XRP USD as well. So it's gone up. We're at 28 cents at the moment. So we could get up to this level, around about 32 cents, come back down and go back up again. But I'm expecting this to break out very soon. So if we look at here, I'm going to show you something in a second. We're going to put a base in there. So always remember, put your base in, do the fundamentals. This is a long-term base as well, long-term support line. And we're going to do the trend line as well. I'm going to come down just about here. So with the altcoins, you'll notice in the altcoins, I mentioned this the other day, a lot of them are breaking out of a descending triangle. A descending triangle, if there's a breakout from a descending triangle, it could go to the upside by the highest point and the lowest point here. So Ripple, we're talking about, or XRP, we're talking about could go to, we're going to move this down, could go to around about this level at 54 cents in the short term, because it's broken out already, so it looks as if it wants to go to that 54 cents. I think it will make that. So a lot of these coins are breaking out, including Ripple as well, including XRP. Sorry, I just interchange all the time and I shouldn't be doing that. Including XRP is broken out as well. So that looks as if it's going to go higher. If we look at XRP, BTC, that's what I'm more inclined. Unless you're using USDT, you might be using USD to buy Ripple. That's where it's going to become more important to look at the USDT price, or the dollar value price. So I'm more interested in the kind of Bitcoin, the Satoshi value. And that's gone up just now. The RSI is quite low. And the MACD level on the 12 hour, not so good. We're okay on the daily. And the volume is picking up. So it's looking good for XRP to make a move up. As one of the alts that's not jumped big time as of yet. So I would imagine that's one to look at just now as well. But every time you think it's going to do something good with regards to price, it comes back down again. So I don't know if it's been held down, but it's going to explode at some point. Just when is the answer for Ripple, for XRP. Other news stories. How Ethereum could hit $400 fast on JPMORGAN endorsement. So I don't know if you've seen this yesterday. It just says here, Ethereum surges to 7-month high. Ethereum prices fell to just below 220 yesterday as the pullback reached its floor. In the hours that have followed, the second most popular crypto asset on the planet has surged to a new high of 248. So we scratched that, it's surged to a new high of about $255 just now. So it's moved even higher than that. And it's at that breakout point that I was talking about for that symmetrical triangle. Hopefully it's going to move up to that $360 level. That's the next level for me. JPMorgan and Consensus. US banking giant JPMorgan are in talks to merge its Quorum blockchain division with Ethereum solution startup Consensus, according to a recent Reuters exclusive. So the banking behemoth built the Quorum blockchain internally using the Ethereum network, so the merger makes a lot of sense. It's being used by JPMorgan to run the Interbank Information Network, a payments network that involves more than 300 banks. This is huge news for Ethereum, and looks really good for kind of blockchain obviously as well. More and more companies, big huge companies like JPMorgan, are looking to blockchain to help the solutions, and the fact they're using it on Ethereum network is fantastic. So Ethereum could push past that $360 level that I was talking about earlier on. And this cryptocurrency, Goliath, now holds 277,000 Bitcoin and worth $2.86 billion. Has Grayscale proved Wall Street wants crypto? So this is Grayscale. I thought this was quite interesting. If we look at Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, this is how much they actually hold. Grayscale, a custodial service, and this is how much they hold: $2.86 billion worth of Bitcoin. Which is 277,000 Bitcoin at the moment. It's probably worth more than that just now. Ethereum, they've got $137 million worth of Ethereum, and Ethereum Trust, $107 million worth as well. And Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund has grown to 29.7 million as well. So these are the ones I've got in their holding just now: Horizon, Litecoin, Stellar Lumens, XRP, Zcash. I would imagine they'll be looking to increase their holdings on some of the others as well, and bring out other ones as well in the Grayscale. But Grayscale is the largest institutional asset manager in crypto, and as I said, it's now holding 277,000 Bitcoin worth. Okay, I want to show you this again. I've showed you this before, but I want to show you again. Okay, this is the altcoin charts. I want you to take a look at all the charts, whatever platform you're on, whatever exchange you're on. Look at all the charts and look for this. You need to look for this because this is going to be an important factor for deciding which altcoins you should be in. Okay, so we've got HOT here. You can see this downsloping line, and this is a baseline here, which forms a descending triangle. Now when it starts to break out of here, that's when to buy your altcoin. Hot is at its lowest just now, 7. And you might say, well, it could bounce off that. It looks as if it's good for a bounce from there. But with so many times we've said with Hot, it's going to bounce from here. It just does the kind of opposite. So just be careful with Hot just now. It's not broken out of this triangle as of yet. Probably down here. So it needs to break out, say, around about 8 or 9. Satoshi before it's considered a breakout. So it's not broken out yet. Same with KuCoin, it's not broken out yet. You can see this triangle here. We're getting so many triangles. You'll see triangles all over the place in your sleep everywhere. ERD was breaking out. It did break out. It's at 20, so it's just breaking out just now. So this is a daily one. I don't know if I was on Anchor on the daily. Yeah, it was. Okay. So this is a daily. It's just breaking out of the daily. So when it breaks out of this triangle, this is when to look at considering to buy. And we're just going to go down a few of these as well, because you're going to see a lot of these triangles in most of the alts, to be honest. And you'll see SC kind of broke out there as well. I know I've showed you this before, but it's worth kind of showing you again. 10 Eubank broken out as well. We've got Dogecoin broken out as well. T-Fuel just breaking out just now. We've got Fuel just breaking out just now as well. We've also got Quark Chain just breaking out. So keep an eye on these. If you don't kind of believe me about these descending triangles, keep an eye on this kind of video, or write down what Quark Chain was at and see where it goes in the next couple of days. And the other ones I've just looked at as well. Fun, that's not kind of broken out yet. I'm just going to see if there's any others broken out. Red Pulse, that's about to break out, could be breaking out soon. So keep an eye on PHB as well. Seller could be breaking out soon as well. XVG is broken out. And we've got one, it's not quite broken out. IoTeX, that's already broken out. And that went up about 50% once it broke out. Yeah, about 46%. VeChain just breaking out just now as well. And we're talking a big target for VeChain as well. We've got IOST is already broken out. CND is just breaking out just now. ZIL just breaking out just now as well. So keep an eye on all these alts. If you're looking to trade the alts, look out for that triangular pattern, the descending triangle, and for the breakout. Trade when it breaks out. Don't trade when it's in the triangle, trade when it breaks out. I know you might be thinking, well, it looks as if it is going to break out, but trade when it breaks out, not just before it breaks out. And that's what I would do. And then you'll catch the kind of big plays as well. Okay, that's it for today. Hopefully you found that useful. If you did, remember to subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, and like this video as well. Really appreciate all your likes. Really appreciate your comments as well. So comment on this video if you've got any kind of questions, if you've got even just to say thanks for the video, I really enjoyed it. Do that as well, and join a premium group. There's a link down below to join a premium group as well. We'd love to see you in there. Okay, until next time. Namaste. Take care. Bye now.